everyone, PushingUpRoses here. Today we are talking about the Beverly Hillbillies PC adventure game published by Capstone. This game fucking sucks. I didn't think another game could replace Daria's Inferno as the worst game ever, but it happened. It actually happened. You may remember the show that aired through the 60s and early 70s. It was about an impoverished southern family living in the backwoods right next to a swamp filled with bubbling crude.
Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea.
A surveyor discovers the oil-polluted swamp, and Jed and his family are paid a sizable fortune for their land. With the money, the Clampetts move to Beverly Hills, the epitome of posh living and snobbery. Yes, darling. Though you might think the show pokes fun at the southern lifestyle of the Clampett family, it mostly shows their integrity and loyalty, which often contends with the upper-scale lifestyles of the rich and the famous. I mean, they're always complaining. Always complaining. This game is not based on the sitcom, however. It was made to cash in on the 1993 Beverly Hillbillies movie, which does in fact make fun of all those southern stereotypes. The movie was just terrible, and that's exactly what you can expect from the game. I mean, how do you even make a game out of this IP, let alone an adventure game? What do you do with it? Capstone really did just seize any license they could. There is no excuse for how abysmal this game is. I went into it expecting to be underwhelmed, but I didn't know the whole thing would be broken. And I know this whole video is basically going to be old man yells at cloud, but man, I need to vent. The intro is very brief. You see some credits overlaid over the classic image of the Clampett family in their car on the way to Beverly Hills, and then... what the heck? Why did the screen invert? That effect looks like something out of a conspiracy theory video. The Beverly Hillbillies, a DOS game released in 1993. Or is it? You wake up as Jed Clampett. Welcome to the first puzzle of the game, finding a rabbit for dinner. All you have to do is walk from screen to screen, but it turns out that's a chore. Are you guys even seeing this? Are you even seeing this shit? Every time I click somewhere for Jed to go, he spins around and stumbles all over the place like he's had too much moonshine. Look at him! And he gets stuck on everything. Trees, rocks, sometimes seemingly nothing at all. How does someone fuck this up? It's simple navigation. It's one of the essentials of an adventure game. So you walk Jed around this forest area, and at first it felt like King's Quest 1. I was thinking, yeah, that's not so bad looking. Maybe something will redeem the wretched navigation. Nope, every screen looks the same, and it's hard to keep track of where you are. Not only that, but there are a ton of dead-end screens, and screens where you can only go two directions, even though it makes total sense to go any direction. There are very few hints to this game, and there are no mouse overs or a way to look at anything, so you just have to figure out that you need to coax this rabbit over to this screen. How do you do that? Well, hunting rabbits is easy. To get it to go a certain way, you have to come at it from the opposite way because that's how rabbits work. They just actively think, man, someone is coming at me from the west, so I better run to the east. It sounds like an easy puzzle, but because the screens are so poorly designed, it wasn't. Eventually, when you get the rabbit over here, you can attempt to shoot at it. You miss, but it's okay. You still managed to kill it by blasting it into the air with an oil geyser. That poor creature. After some otherwise poorly written dialogue, you pack up and go to Beverly Hills. Welcome to the next puzzle, driving. There are no hints in the game that can help you with this. I couldn't even begin to guess what to do during this part, and if you do nothing, you just end up driving forever. What you have to do is be in a certain lane whenever you see a certain sign. There's no way to know which lane you're supposed to be in other than watching to see how the signs change, and if you mess it up, it resets. There are so many combinations of lanes to signs that it's infuriating to figure out on your own, honestly. And even when you do figure it out, this puzzle's stupid. This is an adventure game. Why is there some convoluted driving puzzle? When you get to Beverly Hills, you do more driving, and you go around bugging people in their mansions. Once you figure out where your mansion is, you throw a party. The lights go out and poor Granny gets blackjacked. Did you see that? That looked dark as hell. She looked like she was murdered. But she wasn't. She was just kidnapped and now she's gone, Granny gone. She is gone, yeah, gone, Granny gone. This game, like the Wayne's World adventure game, has a plot that in no way resembles what happens in the movie it was adapted from. This game is about Granny Ransom. To get Granny back, you have to collect inventory items to make an elixir. These next parts really show how crappy the UI is. I need to make corn mash for my elixir, so I find some corn, great. I attempt to put the corn in this fireplace, but it was wrong. Then I noticed, oh my god, I lost my corn. Where did my corn go? How could I lose an entire ear of corn? Well, it turns out you can drop inventory items anywhere you want at any time in the game. When you click an item on the wrong thing, it not only doesn't work, it just drops the item wherever you clicked it. I happened to drop mine behind this still, and it was completely obscured. Like I said earlier, there's no mouse over descriptions in this game, so I had to just click all over the damn place until I found it. Oh, thank God I found my corn. Oh, and if you accidentally drop an item that's too close to the screen, you can't pick it up at all. Check out this dead squirrel here. It's right there in view, but I cannot pick it up. Wow. I actually had to restore to a previous point because I needed that dead squirrel. That brings me to another point. Even saving and restoring the game is clunky. Again, an essential thing in a video game that should be easy to do, but nope. I had to use a combination of keys and mouse clicks just to save. To get some of the items you need, you have to go to Rodeo Drive to shop for them. Now comes some of the worst puzzles in the game, if you can even call them that. You go through shops that lead out to other shops, and you have to find the right shop for each item. You do get some hints, but it's easy to mess up. If you mess up, it resets. Even when I kind of understood this puzzle, it still sucked. It's just a bad puzzle. Seriously, walking through doors and buying some shit? What does that have to do with the Beverly Hillbillies? Once you get all the items from this cookbook, you can make an elixir that makes Jed super strong and break into the bank's safe to find Granny. How did we even know she was in the safe, and why is the person holding her ransom also in there? How is this even a good place to hold someone ransom? It's a bank safe. Someone who works there is eventually going to go in and find some weird-ass woman and a redneck grandmother living there. It's not exactly discreet. And for all your hard work, you're rewarded with this little quip from Granny. It's like my mama always used to tell me, sometimes us women folk gotta take matters into our own hands. God, this game sucks! It's only about 30 minutes long, but it took me about 2 hours to get through it. It retailed at $19 back in 1993, which doesn't sound terrible, but when you consider the quality and compare it to other games that cost the same amount, like The Adventures of Willie Beamish by Sierra, it's a complete ripoff. You couldn't have paid me to play this, which is ironic because these days I do get paid to play shitty games. Huh. Man, we've really become spoiled on modern games. Things aren't nearly as bad as they used to be. Today, when a game is broken, we have patches and fixes, but this was impossibly broken and there's no way around it. And I will tell you this right now. I will endure every fucking Bethesda bug if it means never having to play the Beverly Hillbillies ever again. At least those glitches are funny. These are just game-breaking bugs that render it completely unplayable. Seriously, if you are truly into bad games, games that are genuinely broken and poorly designed, you're gonna strike gold with this one. Black gold, that is, Texas tea.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.
You know what? No, I won't be coming back. I won't be coming back now, y'all. No. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my review on the Beverly Hillbillies DOS adventure game. Be sure to subscribe, it'll give me a sense of security. If you want to see more licensed game reviews, I have one linked in the annotations, and if you want to talk about corn with me, I have my social networks linked as well. Thanks again, and see you guys in the next one.